And hello and welcome to Orion today. I'm Joe Johnson, and for the first time in a long time, we have Matt Pfeiffer joining us here on set. Welcome back.
Hey, thank you. I didn't think you guys would let me back in the building, so it's good to be back.
We rotate our hosts in, and it's kind of a competition. Eventually, we'll probably make one of you permanent, and you might have to fight for it. I don't know.
My payoff came through then. Yeah, good.
That's right. Consider this an audition.
Right. All right. I'll be on my best behavior.
So what's new? What's happening?
New?
Big event tomorrow. The Orion Township Board and clerk and treasurer are all getting sworn in tomorrow. Tell us about that.
Our entire board will be sworn in, including our supervisor, Chris, even though he was uncontested. We all have to be sworn in. And last night was our last board meeting with our existing board.
Right.
And noon tomorrow at the township, and everybody's welcome to come out there. I've heard light refreshments will be served, so everybody will be welcome to come out. And at noon, the entire new board will be sworn in, and it's a major change for our board. So I think it's a great group of people coming in, a great group of people leaving. Last night was emotional. Brian Burney after 8 years. Kim after 4, and Penny after 16 years as clerk and 35 years at the township. So saying bye to all of them, but it was emotional and a little bit of a tough night. But tomorrow we welcome the new board, and that's exciting.
It's pretty odd to me that I guess most townships, when they have elections, the entire board is up for re-election. Is that true in Orion?
Yeah, that is true here, and I'm not sure if that varies by township. I know in like the village, as they just had an election, but they aren't all up at one time.
Yeah, they're staggered.
And there's some logic in it, but I'm new to this whole government thing, but I'm guessing the MTA, Michigan Township Association, probably has a standard that we follow. But I'm not positive. Maybe it's done differently over there in Independence or some of our surrounding cities. I don't think so.
I can't imagine it ever happening, but imagine if there's 100% turnover. That would be really tough to not have the veterans kind of guide the newbies.
Yeah, I think I think that would be a loss, and so we obviously don't have that issue. We have some veterans, namely Mike Flood and Chris have both been on for a long time. And Mike has kind of made it his mission to work with new board members. He was very helpful to me as I just got started a couple of years ago, and he's already taken on himself that he's gonna grab these new trustees and kind of give them all the help that he can and support. And nobody knows the rules and the system as well as Mike Flood.
Oh, sure. Yeah, his family goes way back.
Way back. Yeah, he goes way back. Just kidding, Mike. Just kidding.
Something else we want to promote that's coming up this week is the curtain goes up on Lake Orion High School's fall production of Little Women. Yeah. And I was there a couple of weeks ago covering the early rehearsals where the sets were still under construction. And when I was there, they had just gotten off book, as they told me, which meant they were just starting to memorize the lines and dialogue, but it sounds like it's going to be a really great production with an elaborate set, terrific cast. For those of you not familiar with Little Women, it basically tells the story of the 4 March sisters, Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy, as they transition into womanhood during the Civil War. And the curtain goes up on Thursday, and there are performances at 7 p.m. on Thursday at the high school's Performing Arts Center. Then again on Friday at 7 p.m., a matinee on Saturday at 1 p.m., and then the final production is Saturday evening at 7 p.m. And every year I try to get over there to shoot some video rehearsals during their productions, and they go all out. I mean, it's really amazing to see what they're capable of over at the high school. Have you ever taken in any of their productions there?
As you know, I grew up here and went to Lake Orion High School, and A gal I dated back in those days in high school was in the plays.
Yeah.
So I used to love to go and see her in the plays. And I love theater. And quite frankly, we don't have a lot of it close to home here. So this is a great opportunity to get out and see theater in your hometown. And they always go above and beyond. They always bring everything they've got to the table, and it's a really impressive department that we have here at Lake Orion, and I think people would be pleasantly surprised at the incredible acting and just the overall theatrics that they put on.
Yeah, I love the idea that you threw out, and I don't know if this is going to be feasible. It depends on what they do with the Eamon Center in downtown Lake Orion, but you had mentioned while we were visiting there about a month ago that there's a stage in the gymnasium, and it would be a perfect place for community theater, and that would be really fun if we had a community theater troupe that maybe some of the graduates from Lake Orion High School will have something to do when they graduate from high school to maybe take part in community theater. So that's
it'd be a great
TBD.
addition, and it could be. I mean, it could be. You know, you're a budding comedian. I mean, we could have you up there doing comedy one night with other locals, or there'd be a lot of opportunity. I think the community would embrace having a more regular theater. But hey. Right now we have Lake Orion High School, and you have an opportunity coming starting this Thursday. So get out there and check it out.
So go to their Facebook page. There's a Thespian Troupe 2898. They have a Facebook page, and you can click on a link there for ticket information. And go support local theater. That's a lot of fun. One more thing we want to promote is this past Saturday I was in downtown Lake Orion, and the Orion Arts Center kicked off their holiday market. It's a little earlier than they've normally done it in the past because they wanted the opening reception to coincide with the DDA event that was going on Saturday as well, a little shopping event they had downtown. So the holiday market over at the Orion Arts Center is open and ready to go. There's some video on the screen. So basically the way it works is they put out a call back in October to local artists from all over the area to submit art in a wide variety of media, from pottery and clay to portraits and painting and jewelry and you name it. They have a little bit of everything. They make it a point to make sure that there's a wide variety there and not just the same things like coffee mugs or whatever over and over and over. So if you want to support the Orion Arts Center, part of the proceeds go to the Orion Arts Center and part of the proceeds go to the artists themselves. I think Holly there told me there's about 25 different artists represented, and they'll replenish stock as it depletes as the holidays get closer. And the market is open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 to 7, I believe. And pop in, do some shopping. If you're looking for really unique and creative gifts, that's a place where you're going to find some pretty unique stuff. So all handcrafted, handmade, and a great place to shop for loved ones in the family. For more information, you can visit orionartscenter.org or visit their Facebook page as well. So.
The Art Center folks do such a great job bringing art to our community and activities. And they work close in hand with the village and the DDA, and to have local art and local crafts that you can buy for your family this Christmas or this holiday season, depending on, I guess, what you celebrate. What a great way to support your community, support those who are giving back and that are creating art in the community, but also our downtown businesses in general. I mean, shopping, for me, I don't know about you, Joe, I'm not a big fan. And the stress and the pressure of this time of year, especially as it gets closer and closer to the end of the year, is immense. So why not shop local, buy gifts that have a lot more meaning? And let's face it, when you buy a gift from one of our downtown businesses or from the Art Center, you are supporting your community, as well as giving something that's not going to be, the thing, off Amazon that everybody gets, or the thing at Costco. So I would encourage everybody to make it part of their mission this holiday season to shop local support our local businesses, and create some more meaning around your gifts, as opposed to, you know, another TV or a toy that's going to last a day or two.
I know for our family holiday get together, and I'm sure a lot of other families do this too, is we have sort of that white elephant gift exchange sort of a thing, and everyone brings a little gift and you pass it around and maybe play games where you can win different gifts. What a great idea to maybe go to the art center or shop local and pick up some gifts that you can pass around at the family get together. So
Yep. It's a win-win all the way around, and quite frankly, I think you're going to find, I think we know, people are more excited and appreciative of something that has thought behind it and something that's unique. So you can win by shopping local.
Now, something else that's ongoing here in the Lake Orion community up through Christmas is the Lake Orion Lions Club. They're really going all out right now to get food donations, gift donations, toiletries, that sort of stuff, because the weekend before Christmas is their big Christmas basket packing and delivering in December, and they're looking for donations of food and things like that, gifts for kids. I'm not sure off the top of my head how many hundreds of families or people are affected. I know senior citizens benefit from this program as well. Just recently, the Lions Club hosted their kind of kickoff for the event, the Christmas for Everyone charity raffle and auction and dinner and stuff like that. And there are some changes this year. Normally it was held at Malash Chrysler Palace, but they've been sold. They got sold off to another dealership. I don't know all the details behind that, but unfortunately for the Lake Orion Lions Club, they lost their venue that they've held their charity auction for years and years and years and years. So they moved to a new location, and I was there a couple of weeks ago to see what's going on. And so here's the piece I put together on A Christmas for Everyone. On the evening of Saturday, November 2nd, the Lake Orion Lions Club hosted their annual Christmas for Everyone charity auction and dinner at Eagle Creek Academy. 175 tickets were sold prior to the event, with dozens of walk-ins expected. Those in attendance enjoyed a buffet dinner provided by Metamora Golf and Country Club's Fairway Catering, and over 100 items were either purchased or donated by local businesses for a silent auction. The money raised from the event helps the Lions Club deliver food and gifts to families and seniors in need. Last year, the Lions Club helped 200 families and 90 seniors during the holidays.
It helps our efforts because the money here, we don't have to raise it in other places. All this will go to pay for the groceries we have to purchase. We usually have to purchase around $17,000 worth of groceries every year. The balance of that stuff comes from the canned goods, and dry goods come from the schools. All the schools donate. And we assemble all this stuff on the 20th, Friday the 20th, and of December, and then we deliver them on the 21st of December at the Cirque building. And if you wish to help, show up at 9 o'clock to help organize the grocery carts and pack the baskets. And then the 21st to show up at 9 o'clock, and that's when we do our delivery. Just pull in front of the Cirque building, and we start handing out boxes of food for families, and we give you the instructions where they live, and they're waiting for the Christmas baskets.
The Lake Orion Lions Club has been serving the community since 1938, and the fundraising event had been held at Malash's Palace Chrysler dealership for more than a decade, until the dealership was sold in February of 2024. The event was moved to Eagle Creek Academy, and the community came together to make it a success.
I want to thank them very much. Lake Orion is a small, large community, and they're always backing what we do. This event and multiple events, they're always supportive because they know what we do. We give out scholarships, we give out hearing aids, we give out glasses, and now Christmas time is Christmas baskets.
Lions Club members and a small army of volunteers will gather at the Cirque building on December 20th to pack up food and gifts, and the baskets will be delivered on Saturday, December 21st. If you would like to volunteer your time or to make a donation, visit LakeOrionLions.org. You can also find them on Facebook. From Eagle Creek Academy, I'm Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News. So the Lions Club just continues to do great things in this community and really giving back and making sure that everyone has a happy holidays this year. So we'll be promoting that and covering that as the holiday season goes by. Joining us now is Janet Bloom of the Lake Orion DDA. Welcome back to our set.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I know
Always a pleasure.
Things are going to be bustling real soon in downtown Lake Orion. It's just a great time of the year to see activity in downtown Lake Orion. Now, I mentioned a moment ago there was something going on this past Saturday that the Orion Arts Center kind of tied their holiday market into. What happened this past Saturday?
Yes, so we had a Stronger Together event with Oxford, and it was the Merry and Bright Ladies Shopping Day. So we encourage women to come out, and then we also had wish list cards that at participating retailers, they could fill out what they'd like for the holidays. And then we paired it with Dudes Day, which is happening tomorrow, Wednesday, November 20th. They can give those wish lists to friends, significant others, husbands, boyfriends. Takes the guesswork out, as you were mentioning. It gets a little stressful this time of year. So go and do your shopping, take those lists back, and then get your guys together and just enjoy a good meal and a good beverage and have a good time.
All right, so that's Wednesday, that's tomorrow, and that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now, the event that I'm really looking forward to is this Thursday. It's like something out of a Hallmark movie, the Sing and Stroll in downtown Lake Orion and Children's Park at the gazebo. Talk about everything that's going to be happening this Thursday.
Yes, so in fact, it seems like Mother Nature also is going to put a little sprinkle of possible snow for that day too.
All right.
So yeah, for the Sing and Stroll, again, it's like having that Hallmark in downtown. We have the tree lighting, we will have carolers, we'll have performances, we have Orion Art, Orion Music Centers coming in, Orion Professional Theater is coming in as well, and we're going to have Santa and Mrs. Claus, Elsa and Anna, and I hear that Grinch is going to make also an appearance as well. Photo booth to get family photos to just capture the memories for that, and we'll obviously have horse and carriage rides are available that runs 5 to 7 for that event on Thursday. So
Obviously.
we have to have that. That's part of the tradition. So, we're just excited to bring that little bit of hometown holidays to downtown Lake Orion.
We have some video from last year's event. Here's the arrival of Mr. and Mrs. Claus, and it's really great to see the kids just jumping up and down when they spot Santa Claus, and it's just such a fun event, and just that small town feel, and hot cocoa, and the carriage rides are awesome. I jumped in one. You'll see some video in a little bit of me riding in the carriage with the camera, and when the trees are lit up and everything, it's just really spectacular. And then, of course, the big moment is the countdown to the tree lighting. Talk about that.
Yes, so we will be doing that countdown again this year, and how exciting to light the tree and then it stays lit for the season. So again, it's just another opportunity to just gather the family together and enjoy the holidays. So yeah, we're excited to bring it back again this year.
It's always a special time this time of year. The lighting of downtown in general is always over the top and impressive and beautiful. The more businesses that have been coming in, the newer businesses and some of the older getting involved in the decorating. So you do really feel like you're transported to a Hallmark movie, which is super cool. So I would definitely encourage anybody who hasn't been out to this that you're missing out. You need to get out and enjoy it, whether you've got kids or not. This is going to be the place to be this coming Thursday.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe get a little Christmas shopping
That's
done while you're in
right.
the village. And there's places you can stop in, grab a bite, grab some beverages, warm up a little bit. So lots to see and do in downtown.
That is for sure. And spoken like a true ambassador of downtown. I appreciate that.
I try. We try to promote these events as best we can, and yeah, so really exciting. And it's so, for me, I love the visuals of it all, and it's just, like I said, a Hallmark movie. It's really cool. Yeah.
Yep, it's great. It's important to downtown, and it kind of kicks off this season.
Yeah.
This is it's a great way to kick it off, and you guys do such a good job down there.
It's hard to believe that just a few weeks after that is the lighted parade.
The world's largest.
World's
largest lighted parade. Nobody's ever been able to disprove that. So we're going to run with it, and that is quite an event for downtown, and well embraced by downtown.
Oh yeah.
Everybody loves to be a part of that and get a good spot at a restaurant or on the street with the kids. And it varies so much. I'm encouraged to hear maybe some snow this week. Maybe we'll get a little bit, because I've been going to this for 100 years, and I've gone when it's been in the middle of a snowstorm, and I've gone when it's unseasonably warm, and it's always fantastic, but it's never as good as when it's snowing, whether anything downtown this time of year.
Now, I'm trying to remember if there's a big milestone for the parade, because when I first came out to this community, it was late '93, and I believe that was the last daytime parade. And if I remember correctly, '94 might have been the first nighttime lighted parade. So this might be the 30th year of the nighttime lighted parade. I'll have to verify that.
I think since you've said it, we should just run with it. At this point, we'll make it the facts. I can reprint the stuff later.
You're right.
Yeah. No, I remember when they did the last lighted or the daytime parade. It wasn't very well attended and not a lot of participants, and so they said we need to do something to shake things up. So the next year when they did the nighttime lighted parade, the streets were packed and people couldn't get enough of it, and so they've been doing it for 30 years.
It changes the dynamic dramatically, and they do have a daytime parade in Oxford the same day. 1 or 2 years I had ended up in both of them with a float, and and it was a busy day, but very exciting. So there is so much to do around this time of year, and the businesses do get involved downtown during the holiday season. I believe there's, with the Shop Small, isn't there a business promotion that
Excellent
is also
transition
involved?
there, Mr. Pfeiffer.
Well, thank you.
That's why we bring them on.
That's right. Your audition's going very well. So we do have a Shop Small program that actually the county's running right now. It's a sweepstakes. Get a selfie in your favorite stores in downtown. Submit that. There are instructions at oakgov.com for Shop Small, and you can enter to win either $1,000 first prize, $500 for second, or $250 for third. So the more photos you submit, more entries that you get.
Wow, that's fantastic.
You do a lot of shopping downtown.
That's right.
With one of those, huh?
What are the prizes? Did you mention that? What can people win?
Yeah, so $1,000 is the top prize.
That's the top
and
prize.
then $500 is the second prize, and then third prize is $250. So
wow.
gives you a little extra spending cash. That runs. It started November 1st, goes to the end of November.
That's fantastic.
So it gives you a little extra spending money come December.
That's awesome. Yeah, great things are happening in downtown Lake Orion. Like you said, the lights and everything just make it look stunning, and very little vacancies. I saw that the cigar bar just opened up, right?
It did.
It's going crazy
did.
too. It's
yeah,
that
it's
place
gorgeous.
is doing well. It's a good another good diversity to downtown. It's adding a lot, and now the new Irish Tavern.
Yes.
Transition from Fork and Pint, which has been a local favorite for a long time, but that's exciting, and I might have been in there when they opened up, and might have enjoyed myself. It's a great spot.
Is it the same owners, or is it under new ownership?
It is same owners.
Same
Yep.
owners, but
Yes.
they're going with the Irish pub feel?
That's right. They have other restaurants that they own, Fork and Pint, still a couple of those that are still out there in the community, and Irish Tavern as well. So they decided to rebrand this one in Lake Orion, and so far, so good.
Place to go on St. Patrick's Day.
Yes. No, I've talked to him about it, and I actually suggested maybe a St. Patrick's Day every month. I don't know. So we'll see. Doug didn't like my suggestion of free beer on those days, so we'll see where that goes.
Yeah. Anything else you want to promote that's happening in downtown Lake Orion?
Yeah. So we have we talked about the Shop Small coming up November 30th. That kind of plays into this program with the county as well. But that's November 30th, right? So you do your Black Friday, get those shopping items done. But we encourage everybody for that Shop Small. Come downtown, come support the community. Those dollars stay local, get reinvested local. So we will have horse and carriage rides that day from 10 to 2. But the Shop Small Saturday is during business hours, so all of the stores will be doing different activities and different deals and specials, etc. So again, we encourage our listeners to make sure that they come and support. Polar Express. So we're going to be offering that. We read the Polar Express on the trolley, and that runs December 14th from 11 to 3. Ticketed ride. So we'll have that up on the shopocmainstreets.com website for Lake Orion. And it's a great chance to, again, read the story. We'll have a conductor that's punching your golden ticket. You get a bell to take home as a keepsake, and get a chance to meet Santa and maybe get a wish in or two.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then we're also running the Hometown Holiday Shopping Passport program like we did last year. So you get 8 stamps, get a $25 receipt, collect those receipts, bring them into our office, and then you get a gift when you turn in your card with those receipts. So really good program, just to kind of give back and just to thank those who are shopping at our downtown businesses. And one thing I also want to say is that we're ramping up with our merchants as well. So we know the shopping dynamics have changed ever since COVID, and even prior to that too. But we do have a shopocmainstreets.com, as I mentioned before, where you can get the Polar Express tickets. But we do have businesses that are on there that are selling wares as well. So it just gives you another option to be able to shop with our downtown merchants.
Awesome.
That's great.
Now, your boss did a presentation last night, didn't he? At
Yes,
the
he
library.
did.
Were you there for it?
Unfortunately, no.
No?
A little secret of mine, I actually mentor a high school robotics team. So we had a training with one of our sponsors. So I was at that activity, wished him well for his presentation. And but I heard it went fantastic, and a large group turned out.
So Matt Gibb spoke at the library last night, giving updates about the Orion Lumberyard. Anything you want to share about that? Any new developments there?
Yeah, I was wondering if they actually recorded that. I don't know if they did or not. Because what was interesting was the images that he has come across. So obviously with having the lumberyard, there were a lot of documents that we've been able to locate on property. And he was showing me some of the maps and where we thought some things were going to go. They were actually in a different location within town. And looking at these documents from the 60s and 40s. And so really just an amazing collection of history that we have. So we have talked to the library. In 2025, we're going to be working on digitizing all these documents that we do have and making them available for view. So we're excited to do that project. But we're excited. It's an amazing project to be a part of within a downtown, especially with it being a gateway to the downtown.
Yeah.
We're working on salvage on certain parts because there's some buildings that we do want to save and repurpose some of the items that are on property to be able to make it as authentic as possible.
I did notice that some of the buildings on the grounds have big X's on them, and I assume those X's mean...
That means demo. That means demo. So unfortunately, you can't save everything. There's several buildings that just are beyond repair. We did have Oakland County come in and do a walkthrough with us and really kind of grade the buildings as far as what was salvageable, what was not, what can be repurposed for what other buildings. And so at this time, we do, that will be the next step. So salvage first, and then demo will be next, and kind of do that. So hopefully, maybe by January, we're able to, January, February, get a little further down the line with the project.
Yeah.
Well, and yes, we're going to lose some of the buildings that, let's face it, have been in disrepair and a danger for decades in some cases at this point. But we're going to save some really cool structures on that property, and those structures aren't going to be saved just for historical purposes, although that's part of it. They are going to be incredible assets to our downtown and our community at large. So the vision, which nobody's better at painting it or and executing, quite frankly, at this level, is Matt Gibb. And so the fact that you and him are taking this project on together and doing it for the community is fantastic. But those buildings that are being saved are the real story, and it's going to be so cool. It's going to be so cool.
Yeah, Matt and I got a tour. Matt Gibb gave us a tour months ago, and it was really cool getting in there. I had never been in there before, so to see some of that archival stuff that was still laying around. There's a big desk in one of the buildings that had original logs and receipts.
Some of that paperwork here and the signage. We actually went in, got a group of local fellows, and went in and removed some of the historic signs, and they're very, very cool, and they're in a safe place very nearby, and so they can be incorporated in. This is a really exciting time for our village and all of Orion, because again, our village is our anchor. It's what people see when they drive up 24, and it's a representation of the whole community. So kudos to you guys and your hard work.
Yeah, I keep
team
picturing
and the board and all of them.
Yeah, just, I envision the day when there's activity and hustle and bustle and farmers markets and maybe performances. And
a band in that big barn instead of a big tent down in our biggest parking lot. A nice band under a covered barn. It's going to be very cool.
And it's such a unique property, right? So not only do you work on this property that's over 100 years old with historic preservation, but then also with it being next to the Paint Creek Trail. And, we want to make sure that we honor that and do some tie-ins with that as well. It's to have that piece of property be your gateway into your downtown, and to have such deep, rich history, and being the location where all the supplies that came in, right? Your wood, your fuel, your coal, that really built up this region.
Yeah, when they were harvesting ice in the old days. And kudos to really the voters that supported the DDA and the efforts, and the DDA for leading, to make sure that we were able to capture this property, and that it's going to become this gem that everybody's working so hard to make happen.
Absolutely.
It's a
can't wait to see the progress.
Yeah, and we'll keep updates going on our website and Facebook page as we move through the process. So we encourage people in downtown Lake Orion to check us out and see information that's currently out there.
And the Facebook page, you guys are active on Facebook. So
Facebook,
look, Downtown Lake Orion on Facebook. And
Yep.
the website is at .org or .com?
.com.
.com. So downtownlakeorion.com, and on Facebook for
I say that
all the
now, and I'm
updates.
like, no, it's .org.
So it is org?
It is .org.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, see, now you won't forget.
This isn't live,
There it
is
is,
it?
.org on the screen.
Right.
All right. So, all right. Well, thanks for joining us as always,
you.
and looking forward to all the activity that's going to be happening over the next month or so. And I'll be there. I'll be there on Thursday. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Get some rest in between. You guys are going to be busy.
That is true. That is true. Well, thank you so much for having me.
Sure.
Thank you.
And we're going to take you now to a recent performance of the North Oakland Concert Band. Here they are with A Splash of Color.
Thank you.
So pretty much immediately after Halloween, and the whole community switches into Christmas mode. We'll celebrate Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving, but we're pretty much in the holiday season. And you know, we talked earlier about the Christmas parade, the nighttime lighted Christmas parade, which is Saturday, December 7th. The night before, on December 6th, is Lake Orion's probably largest party of the year. It's the Holly Jolly Folly. Every year it's held at Gowling Buick GMC on the Pier Road. There's a silent auction, a dinner, music, the high school choir is there, and that is a fundraiser for the parade. And it is a blast. It's a lot of fun. What do you want to share about the Holly Jolly Folly?
Well, first of all, for anybody new to the community, whether it be business or you know, you moved here, This is an event where the community comes out. We'll have police, fire, and township employees. You're going to have business owners from throughout the community, the chamber. So it is for Orion style of who's who, and so it's a great opportunity to mix and mingle with the people that are working to make this town great. And of course, our friends at Golling do such an incredible job working with the Orion Lighted Parade Group to put this on every year. And this is the only fundraiser for, arguably, I think still in question maybe, but the world's largest lighted Christmas parade, or at least Michigan's. I think it is actually Michigan's. So it's a really cool event. A lot of fun. Italia Gardens does the cooking, and this is really, we're talking fantastic food, great music, and the auction items are really nice. I mean, there's usually trips and rugs and really cool baskets, and so it's a great opportunity to get a little Christmas shopping out of the way while having a nice night out, while supporting one of our biggest events of the year, the lighted parade.
Yeah. Now I saw Bill Kokanis, who helps put this together, if not is solely responsible for putting it together, and he was looking for donations for the auction. So if you have any nice items that you want to donate, or maybe put together a nice basket, you can reach out to Bill Kokanis, and they do have a website. It's orionlightedparade.com. If you go to that website, I'm sure you can reach out and contact Bill or anyone from that parade group and make a donation for the raffles at the Holly Jolly Folly. And again, it's to support this amazing tradition. To see what it's become over the years is pretty spectacular.
And it's an affordable night out. Hey, let's face it, going out these days, probably people have been saying that sounds like something an old person would say, but going out these days has gotten very expensive. And I want to say it's $60 a ticket, and you're getting a buffet of incredible food. You're getting drinks. I mean, drinks included in that, and entertainment. So this is not an expensive night out by today's standards, but it's an important night out. So, and then that night, in the parade, which I'm in costume, but I'm in that every year. It's a lot of fun. That night, the community comes out. So you really want to be around this weekend. You want to get downtown and watch this parade. Bring your family, your friends, because a lot of people work hard to put it on, but it is a very fun parade to watch.
It is. Yeah. Bring in other bands and dance groups and things like that. It's pretty awesome.
Yep.
Way back in October, we had we celebrated Community Media Day here at ONTV, and we invited a number of nonprofit organizations to come in and record what we call PSAs, public service announcements, and we had about a dozen organizations respond and stand right here on the stage and record promos for their organization. One of those was Orion Area Youth Assistance. So here's a look at the PSA we put together for OAYA.
Orion Area Youth Assistance, OAYA, is a unique intergovernmental collaboration right here in Lake Orion, offering support services and family and youth programming for students in the Lake Orion Community School District. Our mission is strengthening youth and families through community involvement. OAYA is a partnership between Orion Township, the Village of Lake Orion Community Schools, and the Oakland County Circuit Court Family Division. Started in 1963, OAYA has carried out its mission with free casework services as well as community-based prevention programming. OAYA provides confidential, short-term, family-centred counselling, casework and referral services to youth and families. Our caseworker gets prevention referrals for a variety of reasons, ranging from changing family situations, struggles with emotional health and regulation, behavioural concerns, as well as law enforcement diversion. Anyone can make a referral to youth assistance services for a child. Parents, teachers, coaches, law enforcement, for example. Casework services are voluntarily, confidential and free of cost to families. In addition to our caseworker and casework services, OAYA has a volunteer board of directors. The board raises funds to be able to offer programs to the wider Orion community. These programs are designed to strengthen family bonds and support students as they overcome whatever challenges they might face. OAYA is proud to provide camp and enrichment scholarships each year for a variety of school and community programs. We also host an annual youth recognition program to honour special students, a holiday mart for preschoolers to shop for their families, and an annual free family fun night. Other programs we fundraise for and coordinate include back-to-school supplies for kids in need, hygiene closets at the high school and middle school, the SPLAT, Study, Play, Learn and Talk summer camp program, and various educational programs for families. We are always looking for volunteers to support our long-running programming, as well as help develop and coordinate new programs to strengthen Lake Orion families and students. For information about Orion Area Youth Assistance, including scholarship applications, volunteer opportunities, upcoming events, or to donate, visit our website at lakeorionyouth.assistance.com.
So you'll be seeing a lot more of those PSAs put together by local community groups that took advantage of our day of filming here in the studio. Speaking of community efforts, you're involved in the coat drive here in Lake Orion. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure, yeah, Operation Warm. We started that, I guessed on a recent post, I think it was 8 years ago, but it might be 10, but in that range. And every year, this time of year, we start collecting gently used or new coats, hats, gloves, and scarves, and we distribute them through various groups depending on need. So it has evolved over the years. Right now, I've got a church out of the Rochester area that helps folks that needs jackets and coats. We use our Food for Everyone that we do on Mondays here at Canterbury. We distribute through that. And then we also work with the Salvation Army but they have an outreach that is specific. Families are identified that have needs. We get the sizes, the information, and we're able to get these items right to families in their area being served by the Salvation Army. So there's a lot of different ways. And I always throw out to the school, because we'll get calls from the school on occasion, or some of the various schools where they've got a need. If somebody has a need, I'm very easy to find on social media, or we do the collection at my business, Northern Wholesale Flooring, on 118 Indianwood Road in Lake Orion. But we also are going to add this year, because of my increased involvement at the township, we're going to add a drop-off at the Great Lakes Athletic Center, which will become our new community center here in the future. So you'll be able to drop them off there if you're on the west side of town. Northern, we leave open 24/7, the front door, so you can bring it in. And our friends at the Knights of Columbus, as usual, came through again. Usually we time out a good time for you to meet us all there, but 9 cases of brand new coats for children, boys and girls, different sizes. And so it's a really cool effort. Let's face it, I mean, eventually it's going to get cold. It hasn't quite happened yet, but it's coming. Could you imagine having children or family that didn't have clothes to wear to school that would be warm enough? Yeah. Excuse me. So we want to solve that, and we can as a community. So check your closets, check your basement, your attic. If you're not using something that could go to use and really help somebody, here's your chance.
Yeah, it's so shocking that there's such a huge need for that in this community, but it's great that you and the community are all coming together to make sure that kids don't go cold this winter. So
it's important. There's a surprising amount of need just in general. Our food truck efforts on Mondays, we had our largest day, meaning the most people requesting food that we've had since the center of COVID. We're well over 450 families this past Monday. So there is a need in our community and surrounding communities, and together we can make a big difference, though, and we can solve the need and make sure that nobody goes hungry and nobody's cold.
Yeah, Lake Orion always comes through.
We do.
We want to kind of wrap up the show with one final segment. Here's Becky with this week's Quick Hits.
The Orion Center's Holiday Market is now open. Stop by the downtown gallery now until December 23rd. The market is open on Thursdays through Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Get your tickets today for the Holly Jolly Folly. This fundraising event takes place on Friday, December 6th at Gowling GMC in Lake Orion. Enjoy food, music, a silent auction, and lots of holiday cheer at this annual fundraiser for the Orion Lighted Christmas Parade. Get your tickets at orionlightedparade.com. Don't miss the String and Stroll tree lighting ceremony in downtown Lake Orion this Thursday. The event will take place from 5 to 7 p.m. at Children's Park. Stop by Open Mic Night this Thursday at the Orion Center from 5 to 8:30. Come and show off your talents in front of other performers. All ages and abilities are welcome. The Orion Library is hosting a kindergarten library card party this Saturday beginning at 11 o'clock. Come enjoy activities and crafts and learn a little bit about the resources available at the library. This program is for kindergarten through second grade students. Please register at orionlibrary.org. Well, looks like we have some snow headed our way. Wednesday's forecast is calling for evening rain with a high of 53 and low 33. Snow on Thursday with a high of 37 and low 30. Showers on Friday with a high of 43 and low 37. Cloudy skies on Saturday with a high of 42 and low 35. And partly cloudy on Sunday with a high of 43 and low 34. Well, that's it for this week's ONTV Quick Hit. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
So lots going on in the Lake Orion community over the next couple of weeks, over the next month. Then things should settle down for us, at least at the beginning of next year. So you looking forward to this holiday season?
Yeah, always. I love the holidays, and I do love snow during the holidays. I'm okay with it being gone, after the holidays for the most part. But no, I think this is a magical time of year. It brings out, in general, I believe it brings out the best in people. And it's just, it's a time to remember what's important. Take care, be with your family, be with your friends, and be with your community, and enjoy the blessings we all have, because quite frankly, we are a lucky people.
Being a single guy, I don't have a whole lot of responsibility on Thanksgiving. I just show up with a couple of pies. But the moment I love most is just getting together with family and watching football and laughing and having a good time.
Football.
And I get a little stressed out in the days leading up to Christmas, but on Christmas Eve, big family get-together, big dinner. And those are the moments that, when it's all said and done, those are the moments I remember, is just getting together with family and friends and laughing and having a good time. It's not about the shopping and Black Friday and all that stuff. It's just getting together with the people you love. So
yeah, well, remember what's important. I mean, we all face loss and challenges. So it's important to remember all the great things and what's better than family and friends.
Exactly. If I don't see you before, have a great Thanksgiving.
You too, although I got a feeling I'll see you. I don't know. It's only next week. Well, and Thanksgiving, you said where you go for Thanksgiving?
My cousins host Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Big spread, yeah.
All right, cool. So, well, enjoy, and make sure you buy good pies, because I'm guessing you're not baking those suckers.
You know who has great pies is Meyer.
Really?
Meyer, whenever I bring pies to a family function, people lose their mind. They got like these caramel apple drizzled pies.
All right. Do you repackage them to make them look like you made them?
No, they know me. They know me. They know I'm not at home baking cookies and pies. So, all right. You have a great holiday, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks on Orion Today. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching.